right, what's up, guys? We Eastside Hype. We here with Rock Block Ben and your brand Rock Block, correct?
Yes, sir.
You want to explain a little bit about like what it is? I mean, where it came from, kind of, tell the crowd like what's.
Yeah, for sure. So Rock Block is basically a symbol for my whole county. I'm from New York, but I live in the outskirts of New York called Rockland County. Um, Long story short, I wanted a way to bring all of the cities together in the county. So I named it Rock Block, so anybody could be a part of it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So did it come from music, or is it just a clothing brand, or what?
Yeah, I'm an artist. The brand that I just dropped is just merch for like my latest releases.
Okay, cool. And what's that? Like Spot is on Spotify, Apple Music, or like.
Yeah, all platforms, all platforms. Make sure y'all go eat it up.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's what's up. So then, so what made you get into like the clothing part of it? Just the merch, or I mean, are you
Um,
into designing itself, or like fashion in general, or what?
Well, pretty much both. I love fashion. I see like a lot of my like close ones, building their brands, and they inspired me to, come out with like my own merch. Also, like a lot of my fans are asking for merch. They've been asking me for merch for a couple of years, so
Okay.
I decided it's time to actually start dropping merch.
Okay, cool. How long you been doing music?
About 4 years.
Okay. Do you have any of the merch on you, or any of the pieces on you, or no?
No, we just dropped. I haven't even got my own yet,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay, word. That's what's up. So then, I mean, are you trying to? I mean, is the merch just your brand? Like, what does it look like? I guess like kind of help me understand. Like, is it just strictly like just typical merch, or is there a design to it, or I mean, what's the deal?
Okay, that's a great question. All right, so my original merch is a rocket, because like that's like also part of me. I fuck with like the outer space theme to my brand.
Uh,
So everyone's rocking with that, but I have a new part of the merch called Bamdemic, because like we're in a pandemic right now, or we were. So I wanted something that would really stick out differently and let people know like how I'm coming this year.
okay, cool. That sounds dope. So shit. I mean, um, let's see. So is it just you doing your music, or like is you have a team together, or like I mean what I guess who makes up like Rock Block, and then yeah, like I guess Rock Block Entertainment in general, you know what I'm saying?
Team wise, like I do mostly like a lot of my own stuff.
Okay.
Like behind the scenes, but I just met my boy Zachary. So shout out to HBK Zachary. He's from Utah.
Okay, where it is.
He's dope. He's very dope. So make sure you go check him out, HBK Zachary. I also got a manager. He's like on and off. But like he's trying his best. Shout out to him. That's my bro. I got I got just great supporters, man. Family, fans, just great supporters like that push me every day. So that's really all I need, honestly, to keep going.
Cool. So keep in mind like this. So we start the voting tonight. Well, everything at midnight. So what's something that you'd want to kind of put out there so that like anyone that's watching this is going to be basically voting against you versus someone else. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do you want to put out there just so that to tell I guess everyone that's watching and airing on or tuning in like to know about you or your brand or your company, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So that they can vote. I guess.
So like the story behind Bamdemic, like I said, since we're in a pandemic, right? If you think about it, when we get old, like you know what I'm saying, like us, like when we get old, we're gonna be telling our grandkids about the pandemic that happened. Like that's gonna be a story to always, stick out at the end of the day. Like when they come running up to you, like, oh, granddad, can you tell me a story about back then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like Bamdemic is gonna be like exactly like that. Like it's always gonna be stuck in people's heads. Like this kid's music, like the music is basically like the virus. It's gonna shut everything else down when I start dropping all these songs. So when you guys see like the merch, it's a skeleton in the hood. He's symbolizing like a doctor, and he's like this over the world, and he's basically like spreading the virus, but the virus is my music. So like it's gonna be worldwide is what I'm saying. So I hope you guys mess with it. I hope you guys tap in, check it out.
How can people find it? Just so anyone that's watching knows how to find your music.
If you guys want to find my music, go to my Instagram. Also, if you want to find my merch, go to my Instagram. The shop is on my Instagram as well. Also, my music will be in the link in my bio. My Instagram name is ROCK BLOCK Bam. That's Rock Block Bam.
Okay.
Go follow me. Go check out my new stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at it. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for kind of explaining a little bit about everything. Like I said, we'll air the voting tonight at midnight. People will vote, and 24 hours from now, you'll kind of know if you're on to the next round type shit.
Yes,
So
sir.
I appreciate your time, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys. Can I show you guys out on my Snapchat?
You already know, of course.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna take out my headphones. Brother.
What's up? Eastside hype.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the interview, family.
Yeah, you already know, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Talk shit, just wanna talk shit. Never it come down to the town, you know I'm all in. Hope you're not the wrong friend. Slide in the energy, I'm diving through the nonsense. Foreign, but she's toxic. I've always been a toxic. She just wanna talk and shit. I'm like, yeah. Might can marry her, then she like, yeah. We don't play fair. And I'ma still shot in the dark just like a rape, yeah. You know I'm still doing the dash like no breaking. Just me and you. Just me and you. Girl, we gon' know.
Bushmade is the brand. It's based in Flatbush, Brooklyn. And it's been around for about 2 years, I would say, although I've been working on it for maybe close to a decade. Right now it's clothing. If you can see, I have some pieces hanging up. This is my space. So it's a mixture of music and also clothing, but right now it's mostly clothing. And these are just some different pieces that I've made, like one-off pieces. But I also have like, you know, the staples. So the website launched, well, that's Bushmade, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you're Flatbush, New York?
Yes.
What's the style like out there? What's like the influence with like fashion out there?
I'll be honest, I'm not too heavy into identifying fashion necessarily, but I know this area is a Caribbean, Afro-Caribbean community. So you'll see it's very colorful around here.
Okay.
There's definitely a lot of athletic wear being worn, streetwear. Yeah, that's a normal everyday kind of thing. But there's also, because it is a city and because there is so many different people, you'll see every once in a while somebody, you know, standing out, dressed in different, looking, you know, flashy or whatever.
So if you're not into fashion, when did you start a clothing line?
I went to the Fashion Institute for Graphic Design.
Okay.
And so I was around it. I didn't take any fashion classes, but at some point in time, I made the realization that design, art, fine art, whatever you want to call it, whatever message you have, putting it onto any material is kind of in a way immortalizing it, but also getting it to people. So I guess naturally it goes to t-shirts. Then I also just liked the dimensions of clothing and how you wear it on the body, and it becomes like a costume or like a uniform, or it makes me think about video games, the way people dress, like you look like a different, you know, type of warrior, or you look like a magician or something. So I like that idea. And so putting the message with an aesthetic was something that took time. And then also being in alignment with that aesthetic as far as the logo Higher Self was something that took time to come together. And now that I feel it's that way, the fashion part of it, I don't know, I just pick up. I just like see and I pick things up, but really it's just my own vision. So it doesn't really necessarily, I take any piece of garment as just like a canvas, and then I'll just move forward like that. So everything is just a design project. It could be something for a wall, it could be something for a mural, it could be anything, but clothing is the best way to get it out to people.
You said you had a website that just launched, right?
Yes, bushmade.nyc.
And do you have a collection or a drop, or like, how do you organize, like, you know, your clothing coming out?
I'm still working on that. Right now, there is a collection out, but there's some things that have to be changed for the summer. So I'm still actually working on organizing my collections and being ahead of it, actually. Most of the things I've done, all of it mostly is by myself so far. So it is a very like at home, in studio kind of thing. But right now there are some pieces out there on there. This one is up there. It's a jacket, nice little rain jacket. It's inspired by the Akira anime. It says good for health, bad for education. It's simple on the front. Well, I added this one for myself specially. But the thing about it is the process that I use. I can customize, you know, things for people, and it'll be unique. This is also on the website. It's a sweater. So like I said, I have to change things. I got some tank tops that I got to put up. But they all have the same, not same, but same message, similar aesthetic. It's like a clean, some things are clean and some things are busy. Like this, for example. This is one of, this one's actually kind of dirty, but so it has all these little details on the side, and on the front is embroidered. This one has a tag inside that I pressed on. So all this is done at home. The logo, this was made for Valentine's Day, so it has that message and has a stain on it. So yeah, everything is very organic. So the idea of having collections is something that I've had trouble with, but at the same time, I want to have some staples on there, you know, basic tees, and then just have some things that are limited edition. So I want it to be that kind of thing where certain things I have to be made to order. But eventually, like I said, right now it's myself. It would be helpful to have people where it's just like, I have the sketch.
Like a team.
And people just put it together.
On your own, you're 100% like owner, designer, everything?
Yeah, 100% higher self.
Okay.
For now, this is the higher self phase, and then the next phase is forward the collective. So I have people around me right now already floating, you know, and it's just about integrating it all together. So I also have like a space, you know, this is like a back house studio. I do music back here and things like that. Can't really see too much, but yes. And then a backyard space. So hosting events is something I want to get more into, just creating more experiences. So it'll be beyond just clothing, you know, it's more the lifestyle and the culture I want to promote.
What does like the lifestyle and culture look like in your opinion?
In my opinion, higher self forward the collective is, it's an ecosystem where people with their different talents come together as a collective in different projects and just promote the vibe of higher self, which is basically for every individual, it's going to mean something different, but it just means to live yourself and be yourself. And the things that I create and the music I create and the clothing I create is always going to have some messages and some practical ways to do it. So that lifestyle is really just something relating to nature, because Bush and Made is like a very nature-oriented thing, but also has to do with bringing that harmony that's in nature into society in a way. So the lifestyle is like a sort of nature-like interdependence, where people and their talents and things kind of just come together and serves to, like, you know, help people, not just be, you know, a pretty thing or a good-looking thing. It has to be like something that enriches people.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next move for your brand or for you, I guess?
Well, this summer I've been doing pop-ups in Williamsburg at this block party where they have a concert as well. It's from Tiny Crowds, yeah.
Tiny Crowds?
Huh? Oh, you used to work with them?
No, I said it's a work in progress. I said, what kind of response have you gotten? You know what I mean?
Oh, response. It's a good response, great response, and people have definitely, I've gotten customers, and the interests have been from people from, you know, older, younger, different demographics. I haven't been marketing and promoting, like I haven't created a lookbook yet. I don't have any like real model pictures, so that's where the traction I know would come along. And then also adding into it the creative projects that I do, whether it's making a music video, because right now it's a lot of self-generated things and I'm bringing it all together. So I know the response will be much greater once I have that, the product in action added to it.
Okay, sweet. Well, I appreciate you kind of explaining the brand and whatnot. Yeah, is there anything else you really want us to know about your brand, about you? That, I mean, keep in mind, this is all like based off voting, you know what I'm saying? So like whatever you're, you know, what you're saying is kind of going to be what people are hearing to kind of vote you versus someone else.
I agree. The main thing I could say, it's all in the slogan, higher self, forward the collective. I think that people, we can't bring things to the world that are positive unless we, you know, found it in ourselves. And I know that sounds all hippie and whatever, but it's the truth. It's just be who you're supposed to be and then bring that energy to the world and inspire people to be who they're supposed to be. Because the world is can be a very stifling place if you focus on the wrong things. So my brand is about expanding consciousness, expanding life, as opposed to oppressing and constricting it. It just has to be that opposite. You have to have that opposing force. And so that's the metaphysical explanation, but basically put, I just want to bring good vibes to the world. So supporting my brand will be supporting that movement.
All right, awesome. No matter time. Keep in mind,
What was that?
so we will start the voting June 15th. So that's actually today. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So
All right. I sent the links to my social media at Bushmade.nyc. There's some things that I have to put up there. It's pretty bare right now. It's just all graphics that I've created. So I have to put more imagery, it's street photos and things like that. But I'm with it. I'm thoroughly with it, and I'll definitely tell people to go check it out.
good luck. Thank you, my man.
No problem, man. Have a good day.
You too.